Okay, here we are again. It's still 4th of July, and a little later in the day. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and I'm going to take you to another lake. This time I drove my car a little bit to it. It's a little bit further away, but it's close to the road and it's not so bad. And this time I have my full pack with me here with my rod, and I'm going to do a little fly fishing. I'll show you how I fly fish without a fly rod. This is a really good area for moose. They love these. There's a lot of all across Norway. There's these power lines that go, and the state regularly goes and trims all the trees underneath them. So sometimes you walk by these open areas here, and the moose love to eat this new growth. Anyways, we're gonna walk up. It's not too far here. There's some red clover here, and I recently found out that I recently started eating these here. Pluck these right off, these flower heads, before they get too far, so they start to go to seed when they're still like this, and they're really good. You just pop them in your mouth. Delicious. Nice big pine. Okay. The reason I'm going to film the walk in is because I like to document my trips here, and but also my kind of like my life's philosophy is it's not the destination that matters, it's the journey. And every time I go fishing, I'm just as happy to get out and throw my line, and to me it's not as important as catching. But I'm lazy in one sense, that I know that if I had to catch a fish for survival purposes, I had to have a meal, I would spend a lot more time, and I have a whole lot more different tricks up my sleeve if I had to catch a fish. But for the sport of going out and enjoying a little fishing here and videoing here, I don't have to do that. Yes, and even here in Norway we have graffiti here. This is a popular place for teenagers to come and swim, and they leave their disgusting filth behind there. What are you going to do? I just want to tell you before we get to the lake about the way it works here in Norway as far as fishing licenses go. Many years ago there was a state license which cost about $30, and then you had to buy an additional fishing card for that particular lake that you were going to fish, and that was an additional fee. You can buy it for the year or the season, or one day at a time. But they did away with that now, and what I have is a fishing card for my area here, and just in Kristiansand, and I have 44 lakes I can fish, plus there's numerous other lakes that are not on the fishing card, but they can be fished by asking the landowner. If you're going to fish in the river, you need to buy the state license plus a fishing card for that particular river and that particular stretch, and that's for salmon fishing only. The better places cost more than the not so better places, and of course places that are near or under waterfalls are the best places, because the fish tend to gather before they go up the falls, so they cost quite a bit more. But this particular evening I wanted to go out and do fly fishing because we've been having some unusually warm, perfect weather The lake is like a glass, and I think because of the insect activity, the trout should be biting here. I know there's brown trout and there's brook trout plus perch, but if I fish with flies, I should just zero in on the trout. And here we go down to the lake here. Got to watch out for snakes. We have one poisonous snake in Norway. It's an adder. You can look it up. It's a European adder. They have them, lots of them in England and other parts, but in Norway we have it, and they are poisonous, but they're not always dead. They're not necessarily deadly poisonous, but if I ever got bit by any snake, even if it was a garter snake, I think I would die. So you gotta always watch out when you're going here. I usually let Ben walk ahead of me, so. Okay. It's nice when you can see the fly fishing is good on a still lake, because you can see where the fish are coming up and feeding, but at the same time it's always better if you have a little bit of a breeze, because then the fish aren't they can't see it quite as well, and they're not quite as selective. As they see something that looks like a fly, they'll take it, but if it's crystal clear and calm, sometimes they can circle it and then not take it. So we'll see what happens. Calm as can be, this lake here. Alright, let me just get set up here, and then I don't have my tripod with me, so I'm going to put out my hat cam and show you what I got here. Alright, be back in a minute.